6 days away from the biggest event in NWF history. 6 days away from Fanfest XI.
And right here at Bone Crushers this past week, everybody's trying to get the upper hand heading into the biggest show of the year. One of those people being Christopher Michael Lotus, who picked up a victory right here at Bone Crushers. And I know it burns you up, Mercenary, but you and Wildcat Chris Harris also got a victory at Bone Crushers, heading into the biggest show of the year. But then, the main event, that huge six-man tag.
What a main event! What a main event leading into Fanfest XI! Bone Crushers couldn't even contain all the action! Every NWF superstar wanted to get involved! Wow, what a main event! Everyone's got something to say! We'll be right back!
Ricky Cardinal, Fanfest XI is where I prove that you are a liar. Fanfest XI is where I prove that I'm the better man, amigo. So come that night, you show up in the ring, you give me everything you've got because I've taken it. I can beat you, Ricky. I've done it twice, and I will prove that I'm the better man, and I prove that I am the future. You just marked your death wish, Ricky.
Lexus Montez, you've pushed Ricky Cardinal to the limit. You've pushed me to the absolute limit. Every time I come after you, you run. When I have my back turned, you hit me from behind because you're a coward. You're a snake. Come Fanfest XI, you want to take my honor? You want to take my honor? You're not man enough to take my honor. I guarantee I'm going to put you into submission, and I'm going to make you tap. I'm going to make you cry, and I'm going to steal your honor. Lexus.
Mercenary! Saturday, August the 19th, Fairfield, Ohio, the UAW Hall. Our end game will finally be played, little boy. You keep screaming, hollering, bickering about how you're not going to show Lotus no mercy. Little boy, you're showing me no mercy by letting me hold this microphone and talk directly to your ugly face. You are showing me mercy by letting me breathe this air that goes in these damn nostrils, son. You have shown me mercy because every bullet you have sprayed, Hitman has missed. You have missed this target. I'm a wild animal out here in this forest, and I will conquer this jungle you have come upon. Mercenary, walk into Fairfield. Bring the Mafia with you. I will paint the streets crimson red with your own blood, boy. This is my end game. This is where I will reign. This is my God. The time the Mafia will finally notice. Christopher Michael Lotus has no remorse. You will suffer. You will end in agony. Boy, oh boy, how great this is going to feel when I end this war.
Tough Justice, for months you've ran with your tail tucked between your legs. For months you've attacked us from behind. And for months you've held on to something that does not belong to you.
And this Saturday night, this isn't just some ordinary tag team match. This is a street fight. And at Fanfest XI, first we get our revenge. And second, we walk out the new tag team champions.
We are just days away from the big one, Fanfest XI. Now let me give you some particular information about Fanfest XI. Tickets are on sale right now. They are available at Hooterville Sports Cards on Pleasant Avenue in Fairfield and the BP station on Main Street in Hamilton. VIP tickets are $20 in advance. Also, the general admission tickets are $10 in advance. They will be $12 at the door, so go out and get those tickets now, especially if you want to be a VIP. I promise you, those tickets will be sold out. Now, you're going to be able to get in at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. for VIPs only. And VIPs, you are going to be treated to 2 bonus matches that nobody else is going to see. And then the general admission tickets will be allowed in at 2:30. And at 2:30, the fun and games begin. The famous tug of war, the dunk tank, pie in the face, and the NWF famous grill out. All of that fun and games start at 2:30. And then the biggest card of the year. Bell time is 5 p.m. And what a loaded, and I mean loaded card we have for FanFest 11. You are going to see in action Wildcat Chris Harris go one-on-one with Jesse Hyde in this special grudge match. And in a no mercy match, it's the mercenary Anthony Bryant as he goes up against Christopher Michael Lotus. And then Muldoon back in the NWF. And it is a strap match. Muldoon versus Mr. Reality Check. And then Ricky Cardinal goes up against Lexus Montez, and it is a badge of honor match. All of this is all scheduled for FanFest 11. And then the Tri-State title is on the line in a fatal four-way match. Listen to these four big contestants. You're going to have Chiron. You will have T-Money. You'll have the underdog Pompano Joe as they all go up against the Tri-State champion Larry D in this fatal four-way match for the Tri-State title. Now, let's take this moment and hear from some of the NWF superstars.
The time has come. FanFest 11, the biggest show of the year, is finally here. On Saturday, the everyday players walk into that ring once again. But this time is different. The everyday players are not a tag team at the biggest show of the year. We're enemies. The Wide World of Sports match will see the big mouth Brody Cormick take on Big League. And Brody, I promise you the same thing I've promised the NWF Army for weeks now, that at FanFest and the Wide World of Sports match, I will shut you up. At FanFest and the Wide World of Sports match, I will beat the snot out of you. And I will prove to you what I already know, what the NWF Army already knows, that Big League is better than Brody.
Jay Donaldson. Jay, the time for games are over. The time for playing around is done, because this Saturday is the day that I've been waiting for. It's the day that I've been waiting for so long. FanFest 11. Jay Donaldson, you have to go one-on-one with me in the Ultimate Ladder match. And Jay, I guarantee you, I can guarantee you, the last thing that you will see, brother, the last thing that you will see when you go to sleep and you dream at night, you will still be looking up and see Calypso grabbing the Unified title and becoming the new NWF Unified Champion.
Christopher Michael Lotus, we are just days away. Days away from the biggest event in NWF history. Days away from FanFest 11. When you step on the grand stage of FanFest with the Mercenary in what the NWF is calling a no mercy match. Lotus, I can take these handcuffs and I can knock you out. I can take these handcuffs and I can cuff you to the ring and beat you within an inch of your life. Christopher Michael Lotus, I will show you no mercy. And the Crimson Mafia at FanFest 11 will reign supreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are 6 days away from the biggest event of the year, FanFest 11. On that night, you're going to see in action the Northern Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions Tough Justice as they go one-on-one against the team of David Tyler and Jordan Clearwater. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be a street fight. You don't want to miss a minute of the action, guys.
Jordan Clearwater, David Tyler, you're looking at Tough Justice. You're looking at the Tag Team Champions. FanFest 10, we stepped in a steel cage and we won these belts. We've had them for almost a year. You boys know what you're getting into. A street fight. Anything goes. We can do anything we want to those boys. And we're going to enjoy every minute of it. This Saturday night, boys, you just signed your death wish.
So, what the outlaw is saying is the talking is over. And so is this interview.
NWF wrestling fans, that's right. It's this Saturday. It's FanFest. We've been talking about it for months. Make sure, if you need more information about FanFest on when you can get in, how tickets and all that, make sure you check out our Facebook page all week long. It'll be updated constantly with more information about FanFest. Also, call our hotline at 513-570-4NWF because it's this Saturday. It's FanFest 11, and it is the big one. You are going to see in a wide world of sports match, Brody Cormick go up against his former partner, Big League. We're going to have a secret box in each corner of the ring. No one knows what it is. All we know is it's a sports item. It could be anything, and it can be used as a weapon in that match. You're also going to see for the NWF Tag Team titles in a street fight, Tough Justice goes up against Jordan Clearwater and David Tyler. And then in an ultimate ladder match for the unified title, it's going to be the 5-star superstar as he takes on Calypso. The unified title will be held up high above the ring in this ladder match. The first man to climb the ladder and retrieve the unified title will be the brand new unified champion. And then the big one, the main event for FanFest 11. It is a personal, very, very personal match. When the former champion, Nasty Russ, who has been gone from the NWF for over 8 months, returns against the current champion, the Titan. It started in a cage, and this Saturday night, it will end in a cage. The steel cage, the main event at FanFest 11, Titan Nasty Russ. Make sure you are at FanFest 11. This is one you are not going to want to miss. Make sure you spread the word. Saturday, August the 19th, it's FanFest, FanFest, FanFest 11.
FanFest! FanFest is here. It is the time in the NWF. It is the show. It's not only the show for the NWF, but it's a show for anywhere around here. It's the show. It's a show where times are made. Moments happen. It's where your legacy, it's where your reputation is built. And Jay Donaldson has built his reputation in these type of matches in the big moments. And FanFest, it gets no bigger. Calypso. Calypso. This is your first FanFest. It's your first ladder match. And it's with Jay Donaldson at FanFest in the ultimate ladder match. Can you get that through your mind, kid? You're going against the stud, the guy of this company in the match, the ultimate ladder match. All eyes will be on us, kid. That moment is there to grab. But just like everyone else, Calypso, you will fail. You will lose, Calypso, just like the rest. Because, kid, that charming smile you got and that charisma ain't going to help you. You can walk around here like a 22-year-old stud. Kid, I've been a 22-year-old stud for 16 years. I've been strutting this place around. And, kid, on this show, I will outdo you. Because why? I'm a winner. I'm a champion. And, kid, you are nothing but a loser. See you at FanFest.
August 19th, FanFest 11. You know, in 2005, I started in the NWF, and two people took me under their wing. And we were the Thugs. NG, T-Money, and Nasty Russ. At Fanfest I, I wasn't a wrestler, and they stood in my corner. And from then on, we were always together. Now Fanfest 11, I face Nasty Russ inside of a steel cage. You know, Russ, we faced each other before. You faced NG, you faced Nicholas, you've even faced the Titan. But you have never faced the king of the fight. You know, in 2016, Russ was on top of the NWF. The last 2 men in Thunderdome was us, Russ. And you won. And what did I do? I held your hand high. We shared that moment. 1 year later, 2017 Thunderdome, the Titan was the NWF champion. And that's when you chose to destroy that moment, to destroy the legacy of the Thugs. Russ, there's been a lot of history. You started this in a cage. But Fanfest in a cage, Russ! I'm going to end it. At Fanfest in a cage, Russ, I'll put the final nail in the coffin of the Thug's legacy you destroyed. At Fanfest in a cage, Russ, you face the king of the fight. At Fanfest in a cage, Russ, it's over.
The Northern Wrestling Federation, a place since 2005 that I've called home. A place where I would say I was surrounded by my best friends, guys that I could call family, guys that I would go to war with week after week. And last year, Fanfest 10, because of a simple match stipulation, I was forced to leave the NWF. And during my time, I did what I had to do, said what needed to be said, and took what I wanted to get to the top of the NWF. And now, I've only been gone for a year, and all I hear is, what happened to Nasty Russ? Why has he changed so much? This isn't the Nasty Russ that I know. It's amazing to me that it only took everybody 1 year to forget who I am, because I've always been the same guy. I have always been nasty. And when I sit down and I think about that year that I was gone, not one of those guys that I would consider my friend, not one person I would consider family, sent me a text. Nobody called. Not one person said, hey Russ, you did a lot for the NWF while you were here, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to get you back. Nobody said that. Not even my mentor, the guy that I looked up to the most, not even Roger Ruffin, said, Russ, I'm gonna do what I can to get you back as soon as I can. And as Fanfest 11 approached, and I didn't get that call, and I didn't get those messages to come back, I did what I would always do. I did what needed to be done to be heard, to be seen, to be noticed, and to be remembered. And Titan, that brings me to you, Titan. Of all the people that owed me that phone call, that owed me that message, you. Because since the day you walked through the NWF doors,
You've been my shadow. You've always looked up to me. You have always wanted to be me. And I know that while I was gone, you loved every second of it because it was your chance to get to the top of the NWF. Your chance to become the NWF champion. And you did it. Bravo! Congratulations, Titan. But if it's not obvious, let me explain it to you. And let me explain it to the stupid people that think Nasty Russ has changed. The only reason, Titan, you are the NWF champion is because I haven't been here. I haven't been here to take that title from you. But now, Titan, just like the Nasty Russ that I've always been, I did what I had to do. And I said what needed to be said. And I will take what I want, just like I've always done from day one. The same guy you all have always known. Titan, Fanfest 11, inside of the steel cage. I get what is mine. And I, once again, show you that you are pathetic, Titan, and you will never be as good as me. And I take the Northern Wrestling Federation Championship, and I take back the NWF. I will see you next Saturday, Titan.
Quiet on the set. All I'm out here to do is to ask you guys a few questions, and that's, why are you guys still losing? Is it because you just simply suck, Jerry Fitzgerald? Or is it because your head isn't in the game, big swinger? Where have you been the past few weeks? The past few weeks that I've been beating your partner, Jerry Fitzgerald. Where have you been? You've been off getting girls, right? You've been off staying with them instead of helping out your partner, right? Instead of helping out your brother. You have been out getting girls and staying with them. So, my final question for tonight is for you, Jerry Fitzgerald. How does it feel that the fat guy still gets more girls than you do?